Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submitted battle from DC Jude from actually earlier in the season, and they were already at 2550. And their write up said, "Hey Dan, hope all's well. I've been struggling to find a solid team this season, but this one has given me the most success so far. This team helped me get to veteran, got me just short of 400 ELO in exactly 1 week to get me to veteran. The first set was a 5-0 that got me to 2491. From 2491 to 2562, and the second set was 3-2 to 2578. I definitely will be making some mistakes, taking too long to throw, lots of no shields, making bad reads on the backline, and ultimately some of them did cost me some wins. The team struggles with Sandslash, Golisopod, Ariados, Chargebug, and Drapion, and fairly awkward, but they are all beatable. Thank you for reviewing my submission." Ariados, I mean, yeah, okay. Golisopod seems to be like the trickiest one, but because Golisopod would be maybe the trickiest. But no, I don't worry. Chargebug is not an issue. You have two things that resist electric. Okay. Let's just take a look at the battle and see how the team plays out. I'm guessing clodsire was your safe swap, and that's why you have Stone Edge on it. Like, that's probably the only reason that you, like, one of the only reasons you run Stone Edge on clodsire. It gives you coverage for flyers, but it's also a fantastic cover move as a safe swap. So they tried to catch a move on their Azumarill. They did not catch it, and we are quickly into Serperior. Ice Beam is super effective, but we will definitely live 1, 3, 4, and throw. Yep. So Frenzy going in here. I don't know if it actually takes out, and they may get to another move here and not wanting to shield up here. So just going to throw the Aerial Ace to take this out. Going to undercharge a bit, assuming that it does not matter because they're already at like 2 HP. And the Sandslash comes back in to farm you down. Frenzy will... Wow. Okay, they will. I was about to say Frenzy will chip, but they will not let you chip. They will take you out before that happens. You are double weak to ice in the back. So that is unfortunate. Draw Run will come in here, land, but you're not Shadow, so it's not going to do much. And what's in the back? Mandibuzz is just going to go straight for the Ice Beam to see if we can... I mean, you have Stone Edge, so it doesn't matter too much. So what I would do is farm up a ton. Like, I wouldn't care about any move that Mandibuzz throws. I would make sure that I come out with like 100 energy on this one. Yeah, keep farming. Take the second move. Make sure you have 100 energy before you throw the Stone Edge. I would have like a little more, but at least you overfarmed a bit here, knowing that they're going to just try and run Sandslash. So getting to the Earthquake, they'll probably respect this because they don't really need to respect too much on Lapras. Sparkling Aria will chip, but it's only neutral. But that being said, Drill Run is also only neutral, and Powder Snow is resisted, so you can definitely take one here. Gonna shield up one. Yeah, they're gonna probably have two, so it's fine to shield up one. An Ice Punch bait, crazy. I guess it is cheaper than going for the double shield here. This time it is a Drill Run, just assuming that you can maybe get to two moves here, because one Drill Run would not take out. Okay, Marowak. I was gonna say good lead, but you know, this thing could just two shield through this and probably still do okay. They tried to catch on Dugong. As I will say, not amazing. So Serperior coming in here, taking super effective from ice. And so even if you get a move off here, they'll live one. They'll shield one and live one, but then they'll just farm you down and come out with energy. And then you're going to have to come back in Lapras. So I don't love this back line. Double weak to ice. I mean, kind of unlucky that you've seen 2 ice in 2 matchups so far. But just not... I mean, Sandslash and Dugong. I guess you have like secondary moves like Ice Beam on Lapras and Feraligatr. But yeah, unfortunate here. They do go for the super effective Drill Run as opposed to the super effective Icy Wind in lowering your attack. I'm surprised that happened. Yeah, there's the Icy Wind. It's like they almost forgot that Icy Wind lowers the attack and is super effective, because that's what I would have thrown. And does land this, and they're going to move off, obviously let it go. They may just go Icy Wind to lower your attack, but nope, is a Drill Run for neutral chip. What's in the back? Carbink. It is bulky, but it is weak to water. So here's a super effective Sparkling Aria, but this thing is tanky, and Rock is super effective, but you have 2 moves here. I'd probably just go back to back. I wouldn't want to take any more rocks if I don't have to, and you don't have much of an option here. So we're gonna just take this out, and then instant swap so we don't get farmed. And oh yeah, they have a Marowak left. That's unfortunate. Okay, Wheezing. So Psywave super effective. Sludge is gonna hurt from a shadow here. Yeah, it chips you to 50%, and now they catch on Glycopod, and well, tried to catch on Glycopod. And here's your problem, right? Weak to X's are here as a grass Pokemon, so that'll do over 50%. Flying is super effective. I'm surprised you're not going Air Lace because I don't know if one Frenzy takes out. It is neutral. Having to shield because we CMP'd there. It's gonna hurt. If they live, it's going to be like a few HP. Yeah, a couple HP. So, okay, that's probably the right move. Air Lace is super effective because they are bug. So Air Lace would be super effective on that. But it's a non-stab Air Lace, and it's still Air Lace. So I don't know how would it have taken out. I don't know. It would have been close. So tried to snipe. Couldn't quite snipe. Gonna shield this up. Respect the Sludge. Farm down with Psywave. Come out with some moves for what is in the back. It is a Marowak, so love to see it that we're going to get to 2 Sparkling Arias here, because this move just is a crazy pacing and a hard damage move. So here comes a super effective Sparkling Aria after grabbing the first shield. It'll take it to the deep red. Coming in here to try and like snipe. And now, yeah, forcing them to throw energy or be taken out there. Okay, so Swampert is a weird one. Could be Sludge, could be Earthquake. Serperior obviously has a great matchups, which means they are definitely going to have an answer to Serperior in the back because they are double weak to grass. So you want to try and win switch, or else you're going to get a bad alignment in the back here. Clodsire weak to it, so you just kind of have to play this matchup out. I would throw before, yeah, I want to try and fight for switch here, just because they definitely have an answer for Serperior, so you need to try and align Clodsire with it. And it's a Glycopod. So again, the Glycopod's probably the most neutral matchup you're going to get here, so I would go into Serperior, and after chipping them, it's definitely just Aerial Ace range. So you only need 5 to an Aerial Ace. And Air Lace is super effective, and they're already at 50%. So you can definitely let one go, and then just try and match pacing here, and they make a nice catch. Clodsire. And Clodsire is a decent answer to Serperior as well, because Poison is super effective against grass. And now, it is just a straight Earthquake matchup here. You did chip them, but Earthquake does like, what, 50%? Yeah. So opting to shield up an Earthquake here. That Earthquake does land. Unfortunately, I don't think Stone Edge matters at this point. CMP, and losing the CMP with a 0 attack here. So they will get the Earthquake off, but so will you. But they may let this go. I'm trying to undercharge just to get a couple more Poison Stings. Unfortunately, that undercharge did not work. Yeah, this sucks. You almost need to commit to the fast move Vine Whip down. But I think you're just going to get outpaced here. Just commit to the fast move down, commit to the fast move, shield, and maybe you won't get outpaced. Glycopod's just that glassy enough that you probably do Vine Whip down. Yeah. Annihilate, so bad lead. Here's the first time you have to... well, okay. Psywave is super effective. Yeah, so I guess you're actually not bad. Psywave is super effective. It is just a Rage Fist to boost their attack, and I guess you're just playing this one out. But they can probably just shield and farm down at this point. Yeah, no point of giving up Clodsire now. But Clodsire, this is a bad matchup too, because Ghost resists Poison, Fighting resists Rock. They've already boosted Rage Fest once, so there's a second one. Just going for the Stone Edge, but here comes a third move, and this is already 2 times boosted, so it's not like we really want to take this. Yeah, so it's shielding that up. Stone Edge is resisted. It is in the yellow already, though, so maybe this is okay. They shield thinking that they're maybe going to get to a second, like another move here, or they bank it. Interesting. When you're 3 times boosted like that, I thought you just throw that move. But coming in with Steelix, could have Psychic Fangs, which would be super effective. It is, does not take you out. Earthquake, this would take out. You should instant swap anyways here, not to get farmed down and leave 1 Pokemon left. They do let it go. Oh, they have no shields. Still instant swap, yeah. Whenever you can avoid leaving 1 Pokemon alive, you avoid it. Close combat would hurt, so just going to respect it. But yeah, they're very Rage Fist. And Bastion in the back. Now it has Flamethrower. Frenzy is neutral. It's going to take probably 3 Frenzies. How much does a Flamethrower do? You'll live, but how many fast moves can you live now? Well, you're at 2 Frenzies, so you will be able to take this out. But now it's a question of how many... Wow, maybe not. Jeez, Bastion is bulky. Actually, this may be better. You almost need to Vine Whip down to come out with some energy, or else you're going to get like counter down. And they instant swap to do that, exactly that. Smart play on them. Getting to a move here, taking you out. Smart play on them, just not letting you get that farm down there. Lapras. Yeah, neutral lead, so we can just play this one out. Getting to the Sparkling Aria, this will probably do over 50%. They do shield, but why? You're going to throw Icy Wind? No, you're probably just going to go Swift. If you're only going to get to 1 move, technically Ice Beam is harder hitting. So yeah, this is correct. You're only going to get to 1 move, and Ice Beam is harder hitting, so might as well throw that move. Now, what is more... So we're going to come and get the poison damage. Can it be Icy Wind? I don't know. No, just a Swift. But now they're going to have an answer for that for sure. And now we're going to come in here. And they are not getting out. A ground not getting out. So this is fantastic. And they do shield. I mean, I think it has access to Rock Tomb. I know it has access to Ice Beam. So it's going to be one of those two. It is just a Rock Tomb. People love throwing Rock Tomb. So here comes a Super Effective Frenzy. Attack is lowered, but oh yeah, they do live with a couple HP and get another move off because of it. So Rock Tomb, as much as I make fun of it, coming in handy there to lower your attack. Depending what's in the back, you might want to reset, and it is a Marowak, so kind of a weird one. Yeah, so yeah. I think this is correct. Because, like, why would you want to get into this matchup? Well, your attack is 2 times lowered on Serperior, so I don't know 1 Frenzy takes out, so you're going to need at least 1 move here anyways. Now I just got to hope they don't have a Rock Slide. Although you may live a non-stab Rock Slide. It's just a Bone Club, so that's fine. Or maybe you chip and try and get that Earthquake up. Yeah, you win either way, but yeah, it's kind of a weird, tricky one. Okay. Dugong lead. Unfortunately, we don't have a charge move to throw, but you know, their fast moves are resisted and we're double weak in the back to ice, so this is one we just have to play out. Don't really have an option here. I mean, you have an option. You could theoretically come Serperior and just both do super effective against each other. In fact, you might want to a second option would have been just to like farm a bunch with Psywave and bank a move and then come in Serperior. But it looks like at this point you're just going to play out the 1 shield here, or 0 shield. But yeah, you could have like farmed a bunch of Psywave and just banked energy and then come into that matchup. But we may actually see you, because I guess they have not lowered your attack, right? Because they're just going straight drill run. So you could have a couple moves to throw at what comes in here. And it is Annihilate, so you can get a couple Sparkling R's off and then a line on Clodsire, which is not a bad situation. Again, you're only getting 1 move, so Ice Beam probably would have been better there. But yeah, grabbing the shield. Clodsire alignment here. They have to throw a bunch of Rage Fist. Close combat is resisted. So there's the first one. They can probably get to a second one here too. Going for CMP with the resisted Stone Edge here. So they do get the move off, does chip you to the yellow. Here comes the Stone Edge. Resisted, so probably doesn't take him out. But they opt to shield anyways, and now they are in the red, so maybe Stone Edge does take out from this range. It does, and what's in the back? A Wiggly, so we can get to a, doesn't matter which move, but just going to get to the Earthquake. I would probably instant swap at this point. No point of getting farmed down here. And yeah, one shield and one Frenzy would take out there. Claydol. Claydol's a weird one because Psywave is resisted because they are psychic, but Sparkling Aria is super effective because they are ground. So here comes a super effective move. I would expect a shield and a Rock Tomb, which is super effective against you. So going to shield that. You'll outpace, but these Mud Slaps are neutral while your Psywaves are doing nothing, and they try to catch on Ferret. Yeah, I guess. I don't even know if you have a good option here. They're both just like neutral at best. So take one Swift. Yeah, I guess you take out the Trailblaze boosting their attack, so that's okay, I guess. But here comes the second Swift, and you know you're pretty low after those sucker punches. You do live with 1 HP, just the tankiness of Serperior coming into play there, and do take them out. So Claydol comes back in, and yeah, you definitely need to align on Lapras, have the Sparkling Aria. I'm guessing we're just going to repeat what happened in the first end. Shield. Yep. You cannot have Clodsire aligned on this thing. Let's see if they try and catch, or it is a Wheezing, so super effective and then trying to catch. Yeah, nice heads up play. Super effective Psywaves and then catching on the Clodsire. It's a nice combo. Now, knowing you're probably going to lose CMP anyway, so just going for that extra Poison Sting. Just a Brutal Swing, so they do not have really anything that you need to worry about. So that is why we are farming here, because we can take multiple Brutal Swings. One Earthquake will take them out. Do they have a shield? Why are we baiting here? Gonna try and get maybe a little bit of farm. And then both swap. Ice Beam does not take out, so Sparkling Aria may be looking like the better move here. Yeah, if you need two moves, anyways, you don't go for the higher energy one, then the lower energy one. You just do two lower energy ones. Okay, Guzzlord. Ooh, crap. Bad options here. Ice Beam is super effective. Kind of faking the Skull Bash. I like this. Like you went up to a Skull Bash to maybe show like I don't have Ice Beam. Joke's on you, I do. But no joke because they shield. You could probably live one move and hope you get to another Ice Beam. And CMP. The only problem is they're probably, I mean, I think it's right because you have a super effective move and you really want to get this off or grab the second shield. My only concern is they're going to shield back and you still don't have a good answer for this. And you kind of have to stay in, take that move and get into Clodsire because this is your only shot here. So you now need to instant swap here. Get to the Frenzy before they get to an Ice Beam. And I think you just have to sacrifice this. There's no point of shielding. I think you just have to let this go and try and sweep with Clodsire. Skull Bash, that's fine. Yeah, maybe getting off a Frenzy will put this Guzzlord into just Stone Edge range. So Frenzy is resisted, but it is still a Frenzy. So a ton of damage, instant swapping, knowing that, again, what's the point otherwise of a farm down? I like your aggressiveness on the swaps, not getting farmed down unnecessarily. One Brutal Swing. It is their own Clodsire in the back. So you will definitely outpace. You have to burn one shield. I mean, the only one you have. But you will get to 2 Earthquakes before they get to 2. So you have to shield this. Maybe a little more farm, not too much more. They bait, so now you just kind of need to throw. Yeah, they bait a Sludge Bomb, kind of knowing that you were going to shield, so that's fine, but you're starting to get to move here. All you need is Stone Edge. You should live any move and make a catch. I don't even think you needed to because I think you would have lived anything, but nice catch. And then for the win there. I think maybe last battle here. Good lead. Out comes Drapion. Yeah, we don't have an amazing answer. I guess Clodsire is the best answer, but Aqua Tail is still super effective. Crunch landing on the Lapras here. At this point, you just throw the Sparkling Aria and maybe try to catch on the Clodsire coming up here. 2 and catch. 1, 2 catch. No, gonna... Because I figured they would throw on... But I guess you're just gonna play this matchup out now. Yeah, but now you gotta watch out because you now need to like fight for switch because you need the Clodsire on the Talonflame now. They do let it go, and you do keep switch, which is huge because you need it. And now you've got alignment. Now you have Serperior on a Morpeko, and you have Clodsire with Stone Edge on Talonflame, and they just burn their last shield. At this point, you just sacrifice Serperior. You let this go, and probably the next move go, and then you just kind of sweep with Clodsire. So Aura Wheel lands, but it is resisted. They should get to it, and then they come in with Talonflame. They'll get a move off here. What do you think? Is it Brave Bird? Is it just a fly? Going 4 here. Yeah, 4, and then the Stone Edge. This will one-shot. Have a bit of energy. Have a shield. Just getting, as we'll say, Earthquake will... So Psychic Fangs is super effective. I think you would have lived that. But I guess you have a move anyway, so that's correct. Just shield and Earthquake out here for the win. Yeah, so I mean, you had to work around some ice Pokemon, but able to, I think, do that pretty well. I like your aggressiveness on the swaps. Yeah, so thanks for submitting. And yeah, let's keep this great league train going. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.